recommendations.
We're good? All right, we'll call December 19th, 2025 Board of Public Works and Safety to order. Are there any adjustments to the agenda, Lindsay?
No adjustments.
No adjustments, okay. Moving on, I believe under presentations, we have a couple items here we're going to start with. So first and foremost, Molly. Switch
You want to
on.
switch?
Yeah.
Can we switch?
Switch? Oh, yeah.
Right.
So all the folks here don't have to sit through all of our other presentations. All right, go ahead. Tim Mackey's going to talk about Spyglass traffic study results, which I assume is by the majority.
Good morning, everyone. It's Tim Mackey, Director of Engineering, City of Fishers. Today's presentation is just a summary of what the engineering department and our traffic consultant has been working on for the past 13 to 15 months. This is the Spyglass Falls traffic study. For the agenda today, we're just going to go through the summary of results just to kind of refresh everyone's memory with what we've done, and then we'll go ahead with the options for the board decision on the resolution. The summary of results, just a quick update. Obviously, there has been quite a word on the street. There's a lot of accidents on the Klutz Farm, the intersection of Klutz Farm and 116th Street compared to any other neighborhood along 116th Street from Cumberland to Olio Road. As you can see, it is significantly a lot more than all of the other neighborhoods. This is obviously due to the one entrance on Spyglass Falls and also due to the topography surrounding that entrance. For the 2016 results, this was an item that has been brought to the department a while back in 2016, which the City of Fishers has also had done a traffic study and a lot of investigation along that intersection. This 2016 study came up with potential solutions. They're in front of you right now. It ranged from the connector between Spyglass Hills and Spyglass Falls. There was also an option to close the median on 116th Street, reconnect a west exit from Spyglass Falls to Cumberland Road, and traffic signals along 116th Street between Klutz Farm and Spyglass Drive Ridge. The resolution from that study was to continue the investigations because there was a lot of surrounding projects at the time, and the traffic that was on 116th Street was very irregular. We then revisited this agenda item in 2025, which the engineering department worked with our traffic consultant. We went out there, investigated, we did some field survey, and we had about 6 options ranging from the extension of Loring Falls to Knightsbridge Lane, which was a 2-way, and there was also options of roundabouts on 116th Street, at Klutz Farm, and also on Spyglass Ridge Drive. The engineering department recommendation at that time was the extension of Loring Falls to Knightsbridge Lane and a 1-way stop, which is shown here in front of you, and that connects to Knightsbridge Boulevard and Spyglass Falls. This was only a 1-way at a stop intersection at that location. Then the board at that time fielded a lot of public comments and directed the engineering department to conduct a traffic signal study along 116th Street between Cumberland and Hoosier Road, taking into consideration all of the data and accident information that we have, and also projecting the development along 116th Street in that area. So engineering department, along with our traffic consultant, went out and surveyed and collected some information on the signal location and potential implementation of that on 116th Street in 3 different areas. Before you are the 5 scenarios that we studied. The first one was the no build, which was the base scenario. We also had a signal at Klutz Farm Boulevard, a signal at Sand Creek Boulevard, and a signal at Spyglass Ridge Drive, with also another variation to that based on restricting Klutz Farm to right in, right out, and left in. Obviously, there was pros and cons for having that signal between Klutz Farm and Spyglass Ridge. Most of them had the same pros, which relieving the left turn lane, the left turn traffic from Klutz Farm onto 116th Street. Our traffic consultant had the recommendation of a traffic light at either Klutz Farm Boulevard and Spyglass Ridge Drive, with the two-way connection constructed between Spyglass Hills and Spyglass Falls. The engineering review concluded that these two locations are acceptable, and 116th Street will operate at a level of service that is above the normal. And now it is, there's available solutions for the board. The option 1 is a no build. Option 2 is the extension of Laurel Falls Lane to Knightsbridge Lane as a one-way. And the option 3 is a signal along 116th Street.
All right, thank you, Maggie. Couple questions if I could. Steve, jump in here if you like. A signal on 116th Street with the new technology that we're implementing in our signal systems, can we ensure that the east-west corridor stays green unless there's a prompt from a car that comes out of the neighborhood?
Yes, that could be accommodated. Yep.
And then, even if there was a car that was there, can we time it as such that they may have to be in particular peak times, just like we do in other areas of the city, that car may have to wait a period of time
Yeah.
to fit in the
Yeah,
traffic?
the priority along 116th Street during the AM and PM rush hour could be applied here at this intersection. There may be a longer wait on Klutz Farm to turn left. And there will be also that minimum green light on Klutz Farm, which is around 8 seconds. That can allow a safe left turn to turn on 116th Street.
Tim, Klotz Farm or Spyglass, what's your opinion?
My opinion,
Yeah.
My recommendation would be at Klutz Farm.
Well, we've been talking about this a long time. I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of you over the years. And it needs some finality for the folks that live in this area. I know we heard loud and clear, people don't want to connect the two neighborhoods unless absolutely necessary. I've gotten a lot of feedback from council members and other folks that really do not want to see a stoplight on 116th Street. But I think with the new technology that we have, you can put a stoplight on 116th Street and it really won't impact the commuter going by, with the exception for when a car is at the neighborhood, and then we can even control that experience to some degree as well. The only downside for the folks in the neighborhood would be, unlike right today where maybe there are times when it's not busy and you can shoot right out, now you're going to be waiting at a light, but clearly that'd be a much safer solution than what's there today.
Yeah.
So I would like to make a recommendation that our official stance on this is that a light at Klotz Farm with no connection between the two neighborhoods is the best solution to move forward with.
And an actuator on that stuff.
Yeah, and then obviously it would,
For customer experience.
there would have to be, the right technology would have to be implemented, but I think with the new MyoVision
Right.
lights, we should be able to achieve that
Our
thing.
new My Vision program, which we're gonna implement here in a couple of years throughout next year, all the way up to 2029 and 2030. Our initial implementation would be from Cumberland all the way to Allisonville. So this will fall right adjacent to it once there is available opportunities.
Is there opportunities with 116th and Allisonville to repurpose
Yes.
equipment if we wanted to?
It depends on obviously the distances, the widths of that location in Klutz Farm. But there is an opportunity for us to refurbish some of those equipment and use them there.
I think that safety is obviously a priority, but also the user experience, the people in those neighborhoods, their experience getting out. We got to balance that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll make a motion to approve that as our plan of action. Now, obviously, we have to figure out financially how this fits into our overall capital program, which will be a budgeting conversation and also an investigation of whether we can repurpose the equipment at 116th and Allisonville, which is a project we're doing this spring, summer.
Yes, next spring.
Well, yeah, next spring, summer. So perhaps there's an opportunity then.
Yep. there's an opportunity. There is obviously the financials associated with it, but we can investigate and provide that information to the board.
So I will make a motion to approve, or make a motion to support that path forward. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Steve. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The next step for all of you is that we would commit to communicating with you when this might potentially happen. So we have to figure out financially where we would come up with the money for this, which is about $500,000. Now, if we can reuse equipment, we might be able to reduce that amount some.
Yeah. And
So,
yeah, that's a conversation that we can definitely bring some data to the board or you
and Matt, designing something like that doesn't take a great deal of time, does it?
10 days.
10
Jeff
days.
Hill says 10 days.
10 days, 10 days, okay, great. Good.
Take it to the
It's on
bank.
record. Okay, thank you, Mackie.
So what's the timeline of making the decisions financially? We've been kicking this can down the road for some time, as you mentioned. So what is the timeline to look at that financial and then have a decision of when this will somewhat implement?
Well, the budget's approved for 2026 already. If we can find money that's already existing in the 2026 budget, then perhaps it could get done in 26. Otherwise, it looks like 27. So I don't have a definitive answer whether we can carve out $500,000 from our already approved budget. But with the repurposing of the equipment potentially and getting creative, maybe we can find the money to go ahead and do that in 26. The good news about the project like this is we're not talking about utility relocation for the most part. We're not talking about a lot of right-of-way acquisition. We're really just the design and then the lead time for the equipment, I guess, would be the main thing. I don't know, Duke's probably nearby there from an energy perspective.
Yeah, we'll have to coordinate that, getting some power to the cabinets and waiting for the 116th in Allisonville to conclude and then be able to repurpose those at that time. So,
But our commitment to you is we'll continue to communicate with you guys throughout the process moving forward. The decision is the can is no longer being kicked when it comes to the decision. Now it's just finding the money and moving. So, and we're pretty good at getting those types of things done. So we'll get after it. And I appreciate your guys' patience in this and also all of your feedback. I think we got to a better solution by talking through it with everyone. I know it's been a slow process, but everyone got to be heard. And I think we came up with a solution that doesn't adversely impact any particular person. And I appreciate Mackie and pushing the technology so that we can actually put a stoplight out there that isn't going to adversely impact a whole lot of other people either in accomplishing this. So with that, I want to wish you guys all a happy holidays. If you don't want to stick around for the rest of our Board of Public Works meeting, I completely understand.
It's captivating.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you.
That door out there, yep.
We'll say no to big room.
I'm very often we get an audience. All right. Molly, sorry for taking away your audience.
That's okay. I'm glad to have them taken care of. Good deal. So, for the record, Molly Connolly, Director of Employee and Customer Success and ADA Coordinator. For you have a memorandum highlighting the ADA improvements the city has made this past year to make Cushing even more accessible and inclusive for all, including work in the right of way by our Department of Engineering and Department of Public Works, as well as Fishers Parks and the Fishers Advisory Committee on Disability. So these improvements include curb ramp, and sidewalk construction to get them to local, state, and federal guidelines. And we're required every year by NDOT to do an annual review of our goals and accomplishments and then update our ADA transition plan. And so we're working on that together. But we have some other improvements to highlight, including pedestrian push buttons, crosswalk pavement markings, and HMA paths, 10 feet for all of our trails at 106th, Hoosier, and 131st. And goals moving forward include updating more ADA curb ramps And I just wanted a few minutes to highlight the work of the Fishers Advisory Committee on Disability. We have new adult changing tables in both this building and in the Fishers Community Center, as well as 2 water wheelchairs and 2 evacuation chairs in the Fishers Community Center. And so a lot of other improvements have been made, including having ASL on demand for our deaf and hard of hearing community, and assisted listening devices, and having Culture City sensory kits for overstimulation. Some work that our Fishers Advisory Committee completed this year was appointing a new ADA coordinator. That would be myself. And holding its first ever countywide summit for other advisory committees on disability from Carmel, Westfield, Noblesville, Fishers, Lawrence, and Indianapolis to collaborate and brainstorm and share ideas. And our Fishers Advisory Committee is known for March Disability Awareness Month, September Deaf and Hard of Hearing Awareness Month, and October National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Our Community and Public Relations team has updated the website and social media sites for accessibility improvements, and we are printing Braille using 3D printers at our Maker Playground, and are in the process of proofing those to make sure that they are accurate. And finally, we are excited to announce, thanks to the Fishers City Council, in 2026, we'll have 4 different grants in the amount of $2,500 available for local businesses to remove barriers and increase accessibility. Any
Awesome.
questions?
Well, thank you for your work on that, Molly. I know Cecilia Coble, Councilwoman Coble, would have been here today and celebrating your efforts, but she's unfortunately dealing with the death in the family. But thank you for all your work on this, and look forward to another impactful year in 2026. I don't believe, do we need to approve the transition plan? Just an update? Okay, thanks, Molly. On the consent agenda for the November 25th, was I here for that? Steve here for that? For that, we both were here? All right, so we can approve that here. Okay, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Got a motion, I will second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to resolutions. We have a request to approve an amendment to the Employee Wellness Services Agreement with Community Health Network. Ethan?
Yeah, and if I may, can we move, do 6 first, just pattern, or is that a problem?
6, you mean?
5, 6.
Are you talking about our 1925A before?
The
With the master relationship
first?
agreement.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it makes more sense.
Sure,
to do
go
that
ahead.
first. So Ethan Lee, Director of Human Resources, and I am here to request to approve the renewal amendment to our health plan agreement. Going back to 2022, the City of Fishers entered into a 5-year employee health plan agreement with Community Health Network and SIHO as our insurance provider. Plan model established share benefit parameters with improved health outcomes and better coordinated care. And I think it's easy for us to say that it has been a success. As a result, with that success, we saw a decrease in our plan premium costs in 3 of the last 4 years. And with this agreement going forward and renewal, we would also have a cost increase for 2026. Primarily what this renewal does is extend our agreement over the next 6 years and maintain that relationship with both SIHO and Community Health. Happy to answer any questions.
Appreciate your work on negotiating this contract. Steve, do you have anything?
No, good. Motion.
Got a motion, I will second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving back up to item A, which is a request to approve the Wellness Services Agreement. Ethan?
Okay, again, Director of Human Resources. And along with our health plan, we have this piece, the Employee Wellness Service Agreement, and requesting improvement amendment to that as well. In many ways, the Wellness Service Agreement, which is essentially our clinic, on-site clinic for employees, or what we call the Fishers Wellness Center, is an integral part of the health plan as a whole. I might say it's the straws that drink in many ways with our health outcomes. And with the renewal on the health plan master agreement, we wanted to align the clinic to have the same timeframe as far as the agreement term length. We're also making some other minor adjustments around the year-over-year fee and hours of operation. I can answer any questions.
Well, it's been a great success. Appreciate your work on this as well. I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Steve. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is a request to renew cybersecurity professional services. Tracy.
Tracy Gainer, Director of Information Technology for the city. This is a request just to continue on and renew a critical piece of our cybersecurity software and services. This is our endpoint protection that we acquire in partnership with the state of Indiana through SHI, which is a preferred vendor who holds a QPA with the state, QPA 70026. Services and provided by this are include log review, incident response, identity protection, extension into cloud protection as well, and it's offered 24/7. So just because of the dollar amount that it is, we need board approval just to continue on. But we have an increase in licensing count just because we've added quite a few staff, particularly with the community center coming online. But otherwise, it's just continuation of service.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Tracy. Next is a request to approve a resolution amending the city of Fishers traffic schedule. Rich?
Morning, Rich Bassett, Asset Manager, Engineering Department. For you, this is a pretty routine end-of-year updates for stop conditions, yielding of new roads that have been constructed, as well as roads that have been annexed into the city. So asking for your approval of these to add to the City of Fishers Code of Ordinance.
Is there a motion? Motion. Got a motion by Steve. I will second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Rich. Next is request to approve special purchase for Bill Ricky Upper Pod Sports Field Lighting Installation. Jonathan?
John DeBlent, Director of Public Works. This is a request to approve a lighting package at the Upper Pod at Bill Ricky Park for the installation of LED lights around the fields 5 through 8.
What's the timing on that?
We're hoping to have those in and complete if we get approval today by March 1st.
All right, is there a motion? Motion. Got a motion, I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is a request to award quote and approve contract for Bill Ricky Park, Upper Pod Electric. I imagine you can't have the lights without electricity,
Exactly.
so
Yep, so this is a request to approve.
we're gonna deny this one.
Electrical. Right. You know, I did the.
Got me there.
Right, yeah. So that is, again, to upgrade the existing infrastructure that's there.
Smart. All right, I'll make it a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Yep. Next is request to approve a professional services agreement with A&F Engineering.
Good morning, it's MIT City Fishers Engineering Department. Before you is a request to approve the professional services with A&F Engineering. This is our annual on-call contract with A&F. They have assisted the city of Fishers in a lot of numerous items, like we just saw on Spyglass Falls. They also help a lot of other departments like Public Works, Community Development, and Admin. They are also part of our TAC process. This agreement goes through the end of calendar year 2026.
Is there a motion? Motion. I will second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next is the bid award for 116th Street and Allisonville Road.
Again, it's MIT City of Fishers Engineering Department. Before you is the award and approval of the contract with Reeve Riley for the construction of 116th Street and Allisonville Road. On December 3rd, we opened the bids, and Reeve Riley was the lowest and responsible bidder with a submitted bid for construction around $3.5 million.
Is there a timeline when you will know what the maintenance of traffic will look like for that? And when this project will kick off?
Yeah, usually after we get all the contracts approved, we have a pre-con with our contractor and get a lot of the construction schedules then, and then we address and we put all of that information on our dashboard with when the timeline is and when the MOT is going to start.
We think this is a project that will last.
The construction season.
Okay.
We can essentially start March, April, and end in October, November.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion by Steve. I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to Cynthia and 96th Street roundabout contract.
Right. Again, it's MIT City of Fishers Engineering Department. Before you is the bid award and approval for 96 and Cynthia and Road roundabout. This was also on December 3rd. We opened the bids for the construction of 96 Cynthia and roundabout. Midwest Paving was the lowest and responsible bidder, submitting a bid amount of $1.6 million. This will be a total closure, And that usually starts with school closure and goes up until school opening.
So that's the timeline till fall?
We have most of our utilities relocated. We have Duke and Nine Star, which is usually the longest utility that relocates, but fortunately we have those relocated, and then a lot of the cons are gonna start relocation here soon.
Great job. Motion.
Got a motion, I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next is a request to approve professional services agreement with HNTB Corporation.
Again, Hatem Meki, City of Fishers Engineering. This is a professional service agreement with HNTB Corporation. This contract will help the City of Fishers identify potential alignment locations for a multi-use path going from the east side of Fishers all the way across 69 and ties into our Nickel Plate Trail and also our 106th Street Trail that eventually traverses the White River with the new bridge that was built. We're looking at potential alignments ranging from multiple easements that we have throughout the city. But this is our intent with this trail is to be an experienced trail and not just a road adjacent trail.
Is there a motion? Motion. Got a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is the request to approve federal funds exchange grant agreement with IMPO, Orion Practice Roundabout Project.
Hatem Meki, City of Fishers Engineering Department. This is an agreement with the MPO for the Oleon Southeastern Roundabout Project. This project is slated to bid in February, I believe, of next year, with start construction of next year as well. The agreement enables the MPO to award a maximum amount of approximately $2.9 million for the construction of that roundabout. Or reconstruction.
Construction. Any questions? Seeing none, got a motion?
Motion.
I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is a request to approve a resolution confirming the City of Fishers road inventory for the Indiana Department of Transportation.
Hatem Meki, City of Fishers Engineering Department. This is kind of a routine item as well. It is the adoption of the city's road inventory. This is part of our annual submittal to NDOT. There's a list of new roads that the city has taken on and increases the mileage of our road inventory. So we have to submit that to NDOT every year. Based on our mileage that we have in 2024, that was about 423.9 miles. We will currently have, as of 2025, 440.3 miles.
Does that include the annex area?
Yeah, that please don't cut that today.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Steve. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Final item of the day, a request to approve Hamilton County Humane Society Services Agreement. Put you on the end just for fun.
I thought so. Very tactical. Ed Gephardt, Chief of Police, City of Fishers. Before you is our Humane Society annual agreement. This is a renewal. This continues to be evaluated each year. The evaluation came in at a total of $271,276. Two semi-annual payments due to pay that. This is not a new amount. It's a higher amount than what we normally get, but this is from the animals and different things that come in out of the city into the Humane Society, so we can continue those services for our city.
All right, any questions?
Ed, do we use that service a lot? I mean, is there a lot of,
Yeah.
there's a lot of activity?
What we've changed dramatically is we have two new CSOs that are directed towards assisting the shelter and hopefully bringing these costs down in terms of placing tags on animals and eggs and campaigns to do things so we can identify animals that won't have to go to the Humane Society. And also because it's a no-kill shelter as well, there's fees and wait time and readoption time that we pay in. So the cost pales in comparison if we took these services on as a city.
Then we're trying to deal with certain cases where we have people who have dropped off 17, 20
So we have
animals in a year.
We have cat wranglers and they go out and wrangle up as many as they can, but we're trying to work through our CSOs with those individuals in terms of better ways to deal with that and better ways to deal with probably the breeding side of it too, of taking responsibility. So we get a monthly printout of everything coming off the street. We review it with our people to make sure that everything is intact for the city and that the agreement's being honored both ways.
Thank you.
I got a motion. I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Any new or unfinished business? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Please.
I will second all those in favor, please say aye. Meeting adjourned.